Well contested, a 2-on-1 back the other way. Curry, why not, for three! Bingo!
And the Knicks crowd is stunned.
He is in a zone right now all by himself.
Stephen Curry was not always an NBA superstar, nor did he have the expectations to be so. As a matter of fact, if you look at his pre-draft weaknesses, this is what it says. He's not a natural point guard that an NBA team can rely on to run a team. Yeah, okay. When Curry came into the league, the Warriors weren't even a team that was looking to build around him out the gate. It was Monta Ellis's team, who in Steph's rookie year was just 24 years old and averaged 26 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals a game. Now for the first 2 years of Curry's career, that's exactly how it went. Monta was in his prime, the Warriors had their guard for the future, with Steph being the second option of the team. That was the plan. However, in 2012, nope, not yet, he's not a superstar, definitely not. Because in the lockout year, Steph only played 26 games in the already shortened season, and concerns about Steph's health became serious, as at the end of the 2011 season, he just got surgery on his right ankle, and the season after had ankle injuries again and had to get surgery on them for a second time. However, the Warriors did make a pretty unpopular move at the time, as they traded away Monta Ellis to Milwaukee for Andrew Bogut, because they felt as if Monta was too ball dominant and wasn't good of a defender, and him and Steph just weren't a good fit in the backcourt given their skills, and the Warriors were right.
Curry, what a move! And then the Tucker! Oh man, the wizardry of Steph Curry! Score from everywhere. Curry from deep. There's the record. He stands alone as the best three-point shooter in a single season in NBA history. 270 and still not done. Surpassing Ray Allen with the highest percentage, that kind of volume ever in league history. Curry just inserted into the game with a rebound at 3, at 2. His three, he's fouled.
In the 2013 NBA season, the Warriors gave the keys to Steph Curry and gave a second-year Klay Thompson the starting shooting guard spot, ran a rookie Harrison Barnes at the small forward, with David Lee and Andrew Bogut in the front court. A lineup that seemed pretty good in hindsight, but mind you, Steph back then wasn't the superstar that we know him now. Back then, what the Warriors did was very risky, and it also didn't help that Andrew Bogut was out for the majority of the season until the last 2 months leading up to the playoffs. Back then, Stephen Curry was still an unproven star in the league, who had major questions in his durability due to the last 2 seasons. But Mark Jackson trusted Steph and gave him and their young core the green light, and Curry started making some noise around the league, because the shots Steph was making, the way he was making them, at the clip he was making them, with his ability to hit 3-4 of them in a row and just take over a game in 10 seconds, off the dribble, off the catch, was something that you could really only see from Ray Allen on a good day. Like, players pulling up to take a 3 on the fast break was not normal back then. If anything, it was still frowned upon, and Curry was just doing it and shooting in the high 40s from 3 on a very high volume. Steph Curry was starting to become must-watch basketball, especially when you heard that he was on fire. Now let's fast forward to February 26th, as the Warriors would face the Indiana Pacers. In this game, Curry would drop a career-high 38 points and 4 assists on 70% shooting from the field, 70% from 3 on 7 threes made. Absolutely insane for the kid. And the very next day, the Warriors would travel to Madison Square to face the 2-seeded New York Knicks, and it was a nationally televised game. Now, anyone who knows the NBA know that superstars playing in Madison Square has had a rich history. It's a saying in the NBA community that the brightest stars of the games always show out in New York, where the lights shine the brightest. Willis Reed 1970 Finals, Bernard King dropping 60 on Christmas, Reggie Miller's 25 points in the fourth quarter, Reggie Miller's 8 points in 9 seconds, Kobe's 61 in 2009, LeBron's 54 and 11 assists literally 2 days later, Michael Jordan's double nickel game when he returned. Needless to say, there is a history when it comes to NBA stars performing here. And that night, Steph was gonna add to that list. First quarter of the game, and Curry actually didn't play too well. He went 2 of 6 from the field, only 4 points and had 2 turnovers, and the Warriors were down by 9 going into the second quarter. But the second quarter, however, this was a prime example of why Steph Curry was must-watch basketball.
He's very deferential, likes to pass. Landry off the double. Curry with the quick trigger, got the 3 ball. Curry with the quick 3 right down Main Street on Prigioni. Curry for the lead. Got it. Curry. Boy, sweet touch.
Come on. You get the sense that young guy is coming back.
Quick shot by Curry.
23 points and 1 assist, going 7 of 10 from the field, 4 of 5 from 3, and 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And by halftime, Curry already had 27 points. Now keep in mind, going into the game, Andrew Bogut still was not on the team, and David Lee, their second leading scorer, was actually suspended this game. And all the other starters on the team at halftime combined for an astonishing 2 of 9 shooting from the field. Now we go into the third quarter and the show continues. Curry ends the quarter with 11 points, going 4 of 5 from the field. And already, before the fourth quarter has even started, Steph Curry has already matched his career high literally the night after setting it. And again, we still got another quarter to go. And my God, man, Curry in the fourth quarter was unstoppable. Well, let me explain. 16 points and 3 assists on 5 of 7 shooting from the field, and a perfect 4 of 4 from 3, including these ridiculous makes.
Easy money for Steph Curry.
Look out, that guy is hot.
Curry for 3. Wow! Unbelievable! Making it rain in New York. Draymond Green going to try it again. Well contested, a 2-on-1 back the other way. Curry, why not? For 3! Bingo! Curry off the screen, got enough room. Again, butter! Steph Curry! Virtuous rehab, and it's made me a better player.
What has he not done tonight?
Steph Curry was on fire. And like Doris said, he was in a zone all of his own. He was that locked in that night. And in a game where they didn't have Andrew Bogut, they didn't have David Lee, Klay Thompson shot 3 of 13 from the field. With the most help Steph got that night was being from Jarrett Jack off the bench, who had 14 points, but still he shot like 6 of 15 from the field. And Carl Landry, who scored 9 of his 15 points just from the free throw line and also had 5 turnovers in a game on the road against one of the best teams in the league. Stephen Curry was quite literally the only reason the Warriors were in this game. Now, unfortunately, in the last minute of the game, the Knicks were able to pull through with the W, as Raymond Felton actually had a crucial block on Stephen Curry, so I couldn't, fully say he was unstoppable, and that was followed up with J.R. Smith hitting a jump shot on the other end. And then Jarrett Jack turned it over the next possession, Melo was able to score on Draymond, and the Warriors committed another careless turnover on the inbounds. And the Warriors did sadly end up losing this game by 4 points. Now, I already told y'all what Steph was working with this game, which again was not much, but let's look at the New York Knicks. The New York Knicks were already one of the best teams going into this game, but this night, they were on their A game, because Carmelo had 35 points and 8 rebounds, albeit inefficiently, but still 35 points and 8 rebounds. Tyson Chandler had 16 points and 28 rebounds. J.R. Smith had 16 points. Even Amari Stoudemire had 14 points on 6 of 7 shooting off the bench. Meanwhile, Stephen Curry finished the game with 54 points, 7 assists, 6 rebounds, 3 steals on 64% shooting from the field, 85% from 3, and a perfect 7 of 7 from the free throw line, and made 11 3-pointers, and played all 48 minutes in a back-to-back on the road. But aside from that one game, I really do think that people take that 2012-2013 season from Steph as a whole for granted, because there's this myth about Steph that he just lucked into a situation and that he's never really had to carry a team, which is partly true. Yes, luck has played a factor in Curry's success, but in terms of never having to carry a team, this was a season in which I would say he had to, and he did a phenomenal job. And mind you, again, this was a season where there were a lot of doubts about Curry due to his injury history and just in general the doubt behind the idea of building around a scoring point guard who doesn't have elite passing abilities, athleticism, or defense. Yet this season, the guy they traded Monte Ellis for and Andrew Bogut missed the majority of the season. Aside from David Lee, they had a rookie and a second-year player as their third and fourth option. Yet despite these hurdles and these doubts, Curry led the Warriors to a very impressive 47-win season in the Western Conference, a massive improvement from their 23-43 win season the season prior. All while averaging an impressive 23 points, 7 assists and 4 rebounds a game on 45% shooting from the field, 45% shooting from 3, and 90% shooting from the line while attempting 8 threes a game. Like, that's insane. 45% from 3 on 8 threes a game? Wow. Wow. And what a lot of people forget about the season is that Curry actually broke Ray Allen's single season's record for the most 3-pointers made that stood since the 2006 season. And the record before that stood for another 10 years. However, since Curry broke that record in 2013, he has broken it a ridiculous 4 more times since then. And the game has shifted so much that the top 10 for most 3-pointers made in a single season is exclusively filled with players who have played since Curry's domination and that whole Golden State revolution. And all of those players have shattered Ray Allen's 2006 record. But going back to the myth about Curry never having to carry the Warriors, on top of the regular season where they already massively overachieved, again, many people forget about the upset in the first round when they faced the 2013 Denver Nuggets, who were a 57-win team, and mind you, the Western Conference. That's damn near a 60-win team that the Warriors had to face in the first round when they won 47 themselves. Like, that Western Conference is brutal, man. I feel very sorry for the people who's been in the Western Conference for like the past 2 to 3 decades who aren't the Spurs or the Lakers or the Warriors the past couple of years. Like, it's insane. But anyways, in this series against the Denver Nuggets, Curry would light them up for 24 points a game, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and 2 steals on 47-44 100 splits from the field, and upset them as the Warriors would beat them in 6 games.
Curry, up fake, slides by, bucket. Doesn't need much time or space. Curry, bang on. Curry spins around and through after his initial pass was batted away. Curry, home cooking there. Curry with the steal. Steph Curry fires away. Got it! Are you kidding me? The steal in the 3.
And then in the second round, the Curry show would continue as the Warriors pushed the San Antonio Spurs to 6 games. Now, they did lose, hence the push them to 6 games part, and Steph wasn't as unstoppable as he was in the first round, but they pushed the 2 seed, the team that won 58 games, the same team that pushed the Heat to 7 games, to 6 themselves, which is highly impressive because they just came off a round where they faced a 57-win team. Them making it that far into the playoffs was a big accomplishment for this franchise. Curry would then get his first All-NBA and All-Star selection the year after, and the year after that, Curry would lead the Warriors to 67 wins, win MVP, and eventually lead them to a championship, solidifying his superstar status. But it wasn't until that night in Madison Square, that night in February, that Curry's talent really did spread on a more nationwide scale, and people across the NBA knew that Steph Curry was the real deal. If you guys like this video, subscribe for more videos like it. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.